Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Napoleon, and today we are back with another Enlisted video, and today we have to talk about the latest update. For those who don't know, in the dev server, we were given, the PPSh-41s. This was the Soviet PPSh-41 that has a suppressor on it, which is pretty dang good. As a matter of fact, I rated it as good as the Fedorov and the AS-44, so that's pretty good. As of right now, as of yesterday, Enlisted has decided to change that. I kid you not. Enlisted has to decide to remove the PPSh-41s from the upcoming Force Shadow update, and then replace it with the AVT-40. This is the 20-round variant, and this is pretty dang interesting. So without further ado, in this video, we're going to be talking about this update, this dev server, which we do have a new dev server for this, and what I think about this. And let's just get started. Starting of the change. For starters, they changed the PPSh-41s to the AVT-40, and it's accordingly better than the AVS-36 fire rate and a 15-round plus, so that's 20. For what reason they decided to give us the AVT-40 with 20 rounds is a no-brainer to me. For starters, I pretty much think that they should give us another AS-44 variant, or something that's more interesting instead of the AVT-40. But the main reason why Enlisted has decided to do this in the first place is because I think they think the PPSh-41 is way too overpowered, and I do think it's slightly overpowered considering it has a suppressor, and that's pretty dang good if you ask me. A PPSh plus a suppressor and has the exact same damage as the regular PPSh-41. That is pretty cool and pretty dang good if you ask me. Now, I do think Enlisted also wants to remove this because, as I said in the last video, I did think that it should be an event squad, and I do think it should be one of those in which you get as, like, essentially you can get for an event. And actually, Enlisted took that advice and actually did this, which is, to me, a little bit not surprising, but a little bit surprising because this is the first time Enlisted has altered something that major. I do think that they're going to give us the PPSh-41s very soon in the special occasions. And so I do think it's going to be eventually coming out as event squad. Now, if this comes out as an event squad, I will not be angry. I'll be like, okay, that makes sense. If it comes out as a premium squad, then I'll be like, okay, you just want our money. And let's be honest, if they actually do that, retake the PPSh-41 and put it as a premium and use it as gold, or worse, using USD or whatnot, or actual cash, then it's along the lines of, okay, let's just give you guys a worse weapon, a slightly better weapon than the AVT-40, and put this thing on sale, and you have to give us money. Literally, that's what Enlisted is doing. So please, Enlisted, if you're watching this video, please do not do this as a premium. Give us as an event. If this is an event squad, people will not be pissed, because as of right now, I've seen people getting angry concerning the fact that they think the PPSh-41 should be in tech tree. I am personally along the lines of, this is a little bit too rare to be in the tech tree, but if Enlisted decides to give us on the tech tree, I'll be more than happy. Like, let's be honest, you don't have an army running around with PPSh-41s, considering you can give it to every one of your assaulters with this PPSh-41s, so that's that. Quite literally, I do think it should be an event squad, but if Enlisted, for God's sakes, does and put this as a premium, it will be very, very depressing, and I do think that a lot of people will be even more pissed, because as of right now, I've seen people get pissed right now, just because Enlisted takes away the PPSh-41 and adds the AVT-40 with 20 rounds. Now, talking about the AVT-40 with 20 rounds, it's literally a 20-round version of the AVT-40. This is coming at BR5, and this should be no surprise at all. I do think the AVT-40, this is the next best AVT-40. I do think this is going to give the Soviet Union a match against the FG-42, but once again, the AVT-40 has much more recoil, so that's that. What this means in the future is that Enlisted might be changing some weapons in the next dev server, so that's pretty dang good, and I do think that should be something to note. And I do think this is a good idea, but if Enlisted removes stuff and put them as premium stuff, that just really doesn't make sense. As a matter of fact, I do suggest that Enlisted remove some of the bad stuff next time, or some of the stuff that we suggest that they change, and then add something better. For example, in this update, instead of giving us an AVT-40, they could have given us an AS-44 variant. There are so many AS-44 variants in game that it's actually kind of sad, so that's that. Anyway, without further ado, this is all up for the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the Discord, and I'll see you in the next one.